Hey, what is up everyone? As we enter 2024, it's time to look at the future of Sea of Thieves for this year and my hopes for the game. I think at this point it's easy to say that 2023 was probably the worst year the game has had. Moving into 2024, I'm hopeful the game can bounce back to its former glory. I do think it's possible for Rare to get things back on track, however I think the first season of the year will not help with that. As we discussed previously, Sea of Thieves Season 11 is going to focus on another major system change involving how voyages work. Maybe we'll get lucky and there will be some additional content added to the game during Season 11, however, based on the previous updates we've had in the game, I'm quite doubtful about that. But that doesn't mean the rest of the year is doomed. The best thing Rare could do is make Season 11 a shorter season, so we can just quickly move past this next system update. Looking at Season 12, I'm hopeful for a big content drop. I'm not going to get into any specifics in this video because I already covered it in my video about the top 10 updates I'd like to see added to the game, so I'll have that linked here if you want to go check that out. But really just a combination of some of those ideas would be great for Season 12, and hopefully the other seasons that we'll get to this year. I really hope for this year we have no major delays for the seasons that we get. If we could just get through 1 year where we didn't have a season or multiple seasons delayed by several months, that would be amazing. Yes, the bar is really set that low for this year. In terms of big updates to the game, I'm hopeful for genuinely new kinds of content and not reskins of old content like what we saw with the Skull of Siren song in Season 10. Not only something unique and fresh, but something that will also actually hold players' interest long after the initial release. Another thing I would like to see is new content that is aimed for shorter play sessions. One of my favorite additions from the past few years are the Sea Forts added in Season 6. Those are great for short 20 to 30 minute sessions when you have just a little bit of time to do something. Moving on to some smaller updates, I would love to see some of the older content in the game get some love in a substantial way. Similar to how the Fort of Fortune was updated last year to be more streamlined, I'd like to see older content like the Siren Treasuries, Hourglass Battles, and even the recently added guilds could benefit from some retooling. The Siren Treasuries became outdated with the addition of Sea Forts because they were safer to do and easier to complete, while not having that much of a difference in terms of reward. Making the Siren Treasuries more rewarding to do could maybe help bring back players to do these more often. Looking at the Hourglass Battles, these could be massively improved by just simply adding a time limit to each battle, and allowing the time investment in this mode to be more predictable. This could also help combat the issue of players who just run around the circle and hope the other player just gives up so they can win. Finally, with guilds, I think there needs to be some reworking to make it more usable by smaller guilds, as well as allowing you to increase your rep in more ways, like with completing the Skull of Siren song. The fact that that wasn't supported at the launch of the Skull of Siren song is just crazy in my mind. I also hope we see further additions to guilds this year that better justify its addition in the game, like allowing you to play on a private server with your guild. There's tons of other things in the game that could be improved, but these were just some of the big ones on the top of my mind. Looking at adventures, I'm looking forward to their return, however I'm hesitant on the move away from it being time limited. I know a lot of people dislike it being time limited. I was one of the people that wasn't necessarily against it being a time limited event. With adventures no longer being time limited, it may result in it feeling like a cheaper version of Tall Tale. I also quite enjoy the adventures being time limited because it allowed for unique content and in-game changes like what we saw at Golden Sands or with the gunpowder rowboats. But despite all that, I'm really excited for the return of adventures in 2024. I'm also hoping we have bigger and better events in 2024, especially once we get to the end of the year with Halloween and Christmas. Bringing back other events from the past like Volt Raiders and Reapers vs. the World would also be a great way to entertain players in between each season launch. My expectations for 2024 are pretty low, but I'm hopeful that Rare goes above and beyond these expectations and we see the game grow even more. I'm not expecting any surprises like a new set of Tall Tales that will likely be added in 2025, but I do think we'll see a move away from the system updates and back to content updates over the course of this year. But that covers my thoughts and what I'd like to see for Sea of Thieves in 2024. What do you want to see for the game this year? Let me know in the comments below. But if you enjoyed this video, it'd be great if you hit the like and subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see y'all later. Bye y'all.